Take us through the decision to take Deontay out during the game. How much of that was you, or how much of that was kind of above you?
Yeah, we made a decision as a coaching staff. Really just decided, had a conversation about it, made a decision. Really looking forward to seeing how he does this week, practicing, and full confidence he's going to practice well this week, prepare well this week, and then be ready to go come Sunday to play well, right?
Why was that decision made? You said you know.
Yeah,
factors
honestly,
went
we're
into
just right now we're focused on improving, getting better, and being ready for this week.
What do you need to see him improve?
Everything, just like all these other players, right? Everything. We're looking as we talk to these guys individually. It's starting with technique, fundamentals, making sure we're locked in, like across the board. Every single guy, every single play has got to be ready to go. That's the drive for us as a unit right now. Like there's plays here and there, 4 or 5 plays a game that are costing us, right? And we got to do a good job making sure we're improving and we're ready when those plays are there for us to make, that we're able to make them across the board. So, but confident Tay, excited for the growth we're going to see from him as this thing continues. Again, another young player, so no different than these other young guys that we're playing with. Just continue to grow, continue to improve, continue get better each week.
What gives you confidence that he will improve and that he will come back?
Yeah, he's been locked in. Like again, he's a professional. It's a professional football league. Being able to respond when adversity hits, that's a big part of this game, and you've seen it from him. I've seen that from him already. Being able to respond, come back, play really well in Seattle, right? Came back when adversity had hit him a little bit. So I think with all of them, right, just understanding being a pro and what that is, and being ready to go and respond when adversity hits.
Shane, when you look at some of the breakdowns that you've had, the big play breakdowns, how much of that is guys trying to compensate for other guys who maybe missed an assignment or didn't do their jobs properly?
Yeah, I mean, in the passing game, it was more one-on-one type things, right? Threw the ball down the field, they made plays, we didn't. In the run game, I think some tackling showed up that extended some of those early, especially. I think early we were a little out of sorts with our tackling, being able to get guys on the ground. Because after that really first couple drives, I thought we settled in a little bit against the run and played it better as we went. We just got to continue to eliminate the explosives. Those are what's killing us right now. We're giving up those 4 to 5 to 6 runs a game that are chunk plays that we got to do a good job of working to eliminate.
Has anything Ojulari done surprised you, or what has made him so effective now that he's had this opportunity?
Yeah, I've been really pleased with Aziz and what he's been able to do. Again, it's the professional football league. Faced adversity, brought Brian Burns in, fell into a backup rotational role, kept working, kept responding to adversity, to a challenge in front of him. And then when his opportunity presented itself, he's taken full advantage, right? So really proud of him and the way he's went about his business through the offseason, through training camp up to this point, and excited to see the production that he's having for us right now.
Is it going to be easier this week to get everyone's attention when you're practicing Hail Mary defense than it would normally be?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to be a lot more focused, right? It's something we do every week, something we go through every week, make sure we're on the same page, and we execute at a high level. Again, it's the second one this year. So these quarterbacks are buying time, they're launching it, and there's a lot of good playmakers out there that are coming down with the ball.
Shane, how different is Jaden Daniels now versus when you saw him in year 2?
Yeah, I think early on, I don't know how much 17 was utilized going into that game for us. Obviously, that connection is skyrocketed over the past few weeks here. He's having a heck of a year. The shots down the field, they're on target. They're catchable balls. I think the run game's always a factor, the scrambles, everything with him. I mean, even with the ribs last week, he rushed, I think he had 8 carries for 52 or something like that. So that's always part of it, but you see the growth, especially in the passing game. You see the growth from him, getting more comfortable back there. He can make every throw. He was able to make every throw going in the first game too. So elite quarterback as a rookie who can really do a lot of things that can hurt you.
As a defensive coordinator, have you kept stuff in your back pocket knowing that you played him in week 2, he's coming back this week, so just so it's different?
Yeah, I think week to week you always do that. Anytime you're in division, something you look at, you're able to see the first game only being 6 weeks removed, 7 weeks removed, whatever that is. You want to try to have some answers, be able to present some different things to them, just like they're probably going to try to do to us, that complement some of the looks that they had in week 1. But again, it's week to week for us in terms of game plan and how we're going to approach it. But we definitely look back on that second game and kind of see where we were successful and where things might have didn't go so hot for us.
How different is it for you, for yourselves, knowing that where you were week 2 to where you are now? I would imagine feel has something to do with it too, right? What you know you can do, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are.
Yeah, always. I think the being able to put our players in the best position to be successful, and that it changes weekly, right? Based on who we're going against skill-wise, who we're going against quarterback-wise, up front, who we're going against. So absolutely, I think the more understanding you have of yourself and the matchups and the personnel that they present, the more comfortable you feel, obviously going in with a plan that you commit to. But again, come Sunday, you got to be able to adjust. If things aren't working out the way you want them to out the gate, you got to be able to adjust and find answers. And they're explosive offense. I think they're top 3 in just about every category. Got really good quarterback play, got an elite receiver outside. They're running the ball. I think they have 4 games with over 200 yards rushing. So there's going to be some plays. Like, we got to understand that, and hopefully we can fight through it, and we can continue to play and be able to get off the field when we're able to get some third downs. Be able to get off the field, and if they get down the red zone, being able to find some stops.
You gave Drew more opportunities on the boundary. What did you see from him? What has he shown to be able to get those opportunities? And do you think he's shown enough to continue that inside outside?
Yeah, I was pleased with him going out there and playing. First time doing it for us. I thought he handled it well. Some things, just feel things that I think as he plays out there more and he's out there more, he's going to get more comfortable with, and just the spatial awareness, some of that type of stuff. So pleased with him. Hopefully we can see where that goes moving forward.
Shane, did you agree with Dexter that there wasn't good enough compete on that Pickens touchdown that got called back? And then how do you prevent frustrations from boiling over on the sideline?
Which one?
The same foot 2-tap. That play.
Oh, that one? No, I mean, I think Tay did a good job coming off, breaking it up. Like to see him stab and try to get the ball out, but he challenged. He got back there. He knocked him out of bounds. So I don't think it was that one play in particular that probably Dex was referring to. Start out the gate. I didn't really do a good enough job having those guys ready to go. I felt like we were a little sloppy, not really as locked in as we need to be. Fundamentally, the tackling really showed up early for us. So I get Dexter's frustration. I don't know if it was that one play in particular.
I know you knew what kind of player Brian Burns was, but what, if anything, has surprised him to you now that you have him here for this period of time?
That's a good question. I would say the daily approach, the weekly approach, the mental aspect of them. Like, you never really know what you're going to get from that standpoint. Like, you guys see all the film just like we do and what he's able to do from a skill set standpoint. But the football knowledge, the football IQ, the ability to talk protections, talk how offensive linemen are playing them, like, all those things correlate to being able to find success on the field. Those are those little advantages that he's able to kind of create for himself because of that. So I would say that's probably the one thing, just not really surprised by it, just didn't really know where that stood coming in.